Welcome back to WagerTalk.com. I'm your host, Marco D'Angelo, joined in studio by my partner in crime, Bryan Leonard, and we're fresh back from Arizona spring training, and I guess actually lucky to be here thanks to your quick reflexes, cat-like reflexes that you have.
It's a good thing one person can stay awake on the ride home. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, we were actually listening to a podcast driving back from Arizona. I won't say what podcast we were listening to. It wasn't one at Wager Talk, I'll say that. And kind of just, it put me to sleep, literally. And you grabbed the wheel. I woke up real quick. Yeah, your sheer terror of
You have a habit of going between the lines, taking up two spots. This one got a little bit too close for comfort, and I grabbed the wheel and scared the hell out of you.
Well, you woke me up from my nap, you know? All right. Speaking of naps, how about the Atlanta Braves this year? You see the season win total, and just looking at the number, Vegas already is telling you a little something about the Atlanta Braves this year, because when was the last time you've seen the Atlanta Braves with a season win total as low as they've got this year at 74.5?
Yeah, it's been a long time, and before I met you in Arizona, I was down in Florida and I had the chance to see Atlanta twice. One of them, a 10-inning no-hitter, but I'm still going under in the season wins for Atlanta. To me, they've got really a couple things going for them. Obviously, John Hart is now the new GM. Being from Cleveland, I know the miracles that John Hart can work, but he's working from the bottom up. You know, he's going from the minor leagues. He's got some good young talent in the lower minor leagues, not a whole lot in the upper minor leagues, and it's going to be a rough season. They went out and they signed a bunch of guys to the Braves who were just fill-in type of players, and obviously the big names on the lineup last year are all gone other than Freddie Freeman. Last year's Atlanta team was one of those teams that big swing and miss, big power. Well, they accomplished half of that last year. They accomplished lots of swings and misses, but not much power. So they got rid of some of the guys that were the big hitters last year. I am concerned about the defense on this team. Even though they've got the best defensive shortstop in a long time, in Simmons, they're not very good defensively anywhere else. You got an offense with not a lot of pop. Freeman at first base is really the only guy with any power. They're going to pitch around Freeman. I mean, Atlanta, you take a look at their lineup, it doesn't scare anybody.
Yeah, you got to have somebody there to protect him,
yes,
so he can get his good looks at the bat. I look at this, when you think of the Atlanta Braves and you think of all the good teams that they've had, the first thing you always think about is they've always had stellar pitching. I look at this starting rotation that they've got, and although Tehran's had some good good starts, Alex Wood had, he was all over the place last year, but he had some really good outings. He's got good stuff. They got the acquisition of Shelby Miller, and I'm not a Shelby Miller fan at all. He's a guy that his rookie season, we always talk about it, go first time around the league, you're going to have an advantage. I thought last year he had just average stuff. Looked like second half of the season, maybe a little bit of arm fatigue with him, full year in the majors. I'm not impressed with the signing of him. I don't think that really is a big plus to the starting rotation.
Well, he's young, and I think that's what they're trying to go is a little bit younger. Wood has a weird throwing motion, so there's always the thought of him being injured. Mike Minor they were counting on. That didn't last very long. Now he's gone for the season. I like the first two in the St. Louis pitching rotation.
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Thinking about Shelby Miller.
Yeah, got me on Shelby Miller. But you take a look at the bullpen. In Atlanta last year, the bullpen was the strength of the team, the last three guys in the lineup. Obviously, the closer's still there, at least for now. That's the thing. Atlanta may end up trading him, getting some young players as the year goes on, get rid of Kimbrel, because he's by far their best pitcher on that staff. But their seventh inning guy and their eighth inning guy, they traded away. There's a lot of flexibility now in that pitching staff. Nobody really knows their roles right now. So, last year the Pythagorean runs against 74.5. This year they're basically asking them to do the same thing. I think his team's down this year. I don't like Atlanta at all. We're playing this one under.
All right. Well, Bryan says to take the Atlanta Braves under 74.5 wins as we continue our preview for the upcoming baseball season. And Bryan's been digging into it deep for really the last month. You've been hitting the baseball, and I started last week. It's I got to focus still a lot on the college basketball, but now that we're into the tournaments, we're in March Madness, the opening week. You go from 64 to 32 to 16 in a hurry, and makes things a lot easier. In the next couple weeks, we'll be delving deep ourselves into the baseball, but I can't disagree with you on this one. Take the Braves under 74.5. And don't forget, if you're a first-time buyer at Wager Talk, first time you spend $12 or more, just email support@wagertalk.com. We'll give you a $50 signing bonus. We'll put $50 of wager bucks into your account to use however you like, just for coming on board after your first purchase. All right, we're going to have another season win total up next. We're going to take a look at the Kansas City Royals. They went to the World Series last year. Let's see what they're going to do this year. Vegas has them right around that 50-50 mark. We'll see how Bryan sees that one. Up next, wagertalk.com.